I'm Ken Gray. I'm an employment coordinator for Granite State Independent Living. I've been doing this job for about 3 years. From 1989 to 1999, I spent either in active duty or National Guard. At that time I was doing encryption, decryption for the Army. So I worked in Hawaii and Korea and Europe, Italy, Germany. The hardest transition for me, 2003 to 2009, I was in the National Guard and I got activated in 2003 to go to Iraq 2004 to 2005. And that was probably, obviously that was a very different role from intelligence. That was on the ground, combatant, infantry, MP kind of thing. And we lived in the middle of a city. So it was a very tough job, very hands-on, very close proximity to those we were dealing with. And coming back from that high level of intensity, when I got back to the civilian world, it was just too much for me. After about 2 weeks, I decided I needed to get away from everybody. So I had gone to college in Unity, Maine, which is literally 25 miles from any mill, any big city, any big town. And I bought a piece of property in the next town over, bought 10 acres, cut the cedar off the land, built a cabin, and stayed there for a year until I got myself a little bit settled. So that was the route that she went to get transitioned back into the civilian world. And then after that year, I kind of made my way back to civilian life and found a job with the Forest Service. Probably took 3 to 4 years to get back to the point where I was comfortably working with everybody, not always looking for the exit, not always wondering who has something on them, not being so hyper-vigilant all the time. It just takes time to have that transition, and that can create a whole bunch of issues, from employment to financial to emotional, in some cases physical. GSIL, we work with persons who are seniors or who have disabilities, so they come in and they say, I want to change my current situation. I want to better myself. I have this challenge that I need to overcome, and we need to find ways to help them do that. So the question sometimes comes up of, are you a veteran, or they'll bring it up. And if they do, it's part of the picture. A lot of times it can help us with getting them to that next step. How do we equate what they've done in the military with what it is that they want to do, and how to get people who have never been in the military to understand the values and the strengths that they bring from the military. Integrity, commitment, being disciplined, attention to detail. We have the ability at GSIL to help a person navigate to the resources in their communities. GSIL is an independent living center. So for veterans, what that means is we want to help somebody like a veteran who likes to be and values independence, help them maintain and sustain that level of independence at their speed and with what resources they have around them. So it's not somebody that they have to go back to again and again and again to find those resources. We have veterans who have served in World War II, in the Korean War, from that time until now, who are starting to think about, well, hey, where am I going to be when I need that assisted living, or if I want to make that choice for independence. And that is really where we shine. GSIL can come in and help navigate those choices.